Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Not on the map Competitive Mega Random. It's on the map Mirage here. First game going for Ulysses in a bit of a grindy victory there. He ground out that victory, played incredibly well. You don't see Zeus players often being able to make those kinds of economic adjustments and trying to work out how to make that work. But we've got another game for you here. Game number 2, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is Ulysses. Spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Loki. His name is Shadowfaxx. And this is exciting. This is what I wanted to see. This matchup here is one that I was saying is heavily Loki favored. And it does matter. The reason why it's heavily Loki favored is because the Oracle takes around about the time it takes to throw 2 docks up to get over to this next side of the map. So what you can do here as Loki is you can actually throw 2 docks down immediately at the start of the game to play around deconstruction. We'll see if Shadowfaxx is going to be aware that that's actually a possibility here or not. He's moving his Ulysses away, and I don't know where he's going with this one. Maybe he's looking to... Yeah, well, the Oracle's going to come in and take that dock down. He's starting his fishing ships up. This isn't what I wanted to see. I want to see immediate second docks coming through, as we do see a cheeky house coming down on this corner of the map. This is interesting here because it might actually block a dock that comes up from Ulysses, or at least give Shadowfaxx a little bit of line of sight on that location. But the Oracle is going to come in. We'll be able to take this dock down. Shadowfaxx is going to have to come back here and put his dock back up. I think he's made a bit of a mistake here in the early game already, not playing around that deconstruction, and that will give Ulysses a little bit of advantage here in this game as the fishing ship's starting to come out for Ulysses. He's not going to have any sort of pressure in this game at all in the early game from the perspective of like docks and all the other shenanigans here. But my strategy here for Loki in this matchup is to actually Heimdall rush the Kronos, which might sound strange, but the idea is that Kronos is going to find its advantage by going for a dock on the corner over here, time shifting up to this location, making ships into here. And what you do as Loki is you just leave 1 dock up here. So you build the 2, 1 gets deconstructed, and then you move to the center of the map and you just all in. You put the temple down, you advance at about 430, 440 into the game. Hersa, Ulfsark, send, undermine, take the town center down. And what can the Kronos player do to defend it is the question. And I don't know what the answer is, but we'll see how it's going to go. Fishing amount on this map here looks like it's probably 7 here. It might be 8. And it is 7 fish here on the top over there, as that next dock is going to come down for Shadowfaxx. He will have to drop his temple down very, very shortly. He's making a second Ulfsark here as the villagers moving off of the food over here, back over onto the wood to get himself a couple more fishing ships out, trying to work out how to make this work as best as he possibly can. Finishing up on the boar over there, as we do see an Oracle getting spotted. We do see the Oracle over here sitting just out of line of sight of that house here, as another Oracle coming up to the top side of the map here, as Ulysses is definitely going to be going for this dock shenanigans. The easy way to counter this from the perspective of Shadowfaxx is to basically have units in the corners of the map to attack those oracles and stop the line of sight from coming through. But the temple's coming up now for Shadowfaxx. The fishing ship's scouting around here, checking out if there's anything else cheekily happening on this map. The temple comes down. Prometheus coming through. A pretty clean advance time here from Ulysses, as he will be sending the temple onto the forward location over here. I'm sure that the villager is going to move over into this corner to try and time shift the dock. For those of you who do not know how time shift on dock works, you have to have the dock facing the direction that it is time shifting to get it to work. So you need to place the dock on the corner over here, which is the same direction as this. So this is going this way. You need the dock to be going this way as well. And we see exactly that here from Ulysses, as it looks like Ulysses overbuilt fishing ships by just 1. A little bit of a mistake there. Not the biggest of deals, but he will have to deal with that as the temple is up. And we do, in fact, see Forseti coming through here for Shadowfaxx, as he's not going for the Heimdall. I'm sure if Soup was here, he would have done Heimdall here, but Shadowfaxx much more safe, much more careful in these games. As we see some villagers here chopping. Yes, we do. Will Shadowfaxx go for some sort of defense on this position, or is he just going to sack it as an idea? As we do see the hunt getting spotted over here for Shadowfaxx as well. Double temples up for him as well, as I'm sure that the Bareems are going to start spewing out onto this location. Now there is just the one dock. We see another dock coming in. Will he be time shifting it in? Can he time shift it in? Is the actual question. I'm not sure he can. Yes, he can. He's getting that one through, and we see a handful of longboats coming through here for Shadowfaxx as well to try and defend this one. As the army is out already for Shadowfaxx on this position. Longboat coming through. One fishing ship going to be getting taken down. Is just going to retreat into the dock over here. The Bareem coming through. The army going to come straight in onto this position, but 3 Hursa, more than enough to defend. 1 longboat, 2 longboats out, maybe a third coming through. There's going to be a lot of Bareems coming through here for Ulysses. The question is this an overcommit or not? For Ulysses, if he goes too hard onto the water here, you can often see the Loki player hitting a brutally strong heroic age timing because there's just such a big investment in the water here, as the Ulysses Bareems do manage to get a couple of shots down onto those Hursa over here, as the Hursa are going to just move just a little bit out of the water range here, retreat back, throw down a potential healing spring or something, as the longboats retreating back here to the dock here to try and keep themselves going in this game. We do see the villagers now have moved up onto this hunt over here, slowly starting to grab that one. Good micro here from Shadowfaxx as the army coming through onto this position. We see the healing spring coming through as the army trying to defend this one over here, trying to snipe down that Promethean as best as it can. Longboats definitely getting outnumbered here as well, as Shadowfaxx simply now might want to consider cutting his production on water here and going full send on the land to some degree. Because he does have the access to his opponent's Gazelle here as well if he walks all the way over there. Deconstruct coming down onto that dock, and it looks like Ulysses will be able to finish up on this position over here, as the temple not this temple, but this temple over here will be getting itself Hall of Thanes here, as these units here are going to be able to clean the rest up. And I imagine Ulysses will take this opportunity to probably build a couple of fishing ships out and grab the fishing ships, do a little bit of long distance fishing here. But Ulysses manages to win this water here. At what kind of a cost is the big question, though? As the Hall of Thanes Hursa are going to be moving across the map here. We've got the units coming down, Economic Guild coming through. I would have liked to have seen Ulysses go pure Murmillo here in this situation, because these Hursa are going to be incredibly scary to deal with Terma, especially with Hall of Thanes coming in. This Sentry Tower going to get broken down. Back gold mine here for Ulysses. Another gold mine over here for Ulysses as the Troll coming through over here to get some damage done. We've got the Hero Murmillo coming over to deal with that as well. Nice micro over here as another Troll, excuse me, does get spawned by those Hero Hursa, as it looks like Ulysses is just going to wait over here with his Bareems. Shadowfaxx taking that opportunity to start fishing yet again, as this Hursa does get caught out of position ever so slightly there. So a little bit of an advantage here for Ulysses has come through. He's got the fishing advantage here, but in terms of villager count here, still relatively equal on the land. And Shadowfaxx has got all of this food over here. He's finished up with the cows. He's moving forward with his villagers here to potentially eat the monkeys in the middle of the map. There are 2 cows here as well for him, as there's a random oracle sitting in the middle of the map, as Shadowfaxx is going to be pulling back. It's 99 population, but a lot of that population is in Bareems here, as the fishing ships do get taken down. The units will be cleaning this up. But yes, these cows here are going to help out quite a lot as the army pushes in, trying to snipe down those Caraballister on the back here. Good micro here from Ulysses, trying to pull those Caraballisters away. Same too for Shadowfaxx, coming on onto both positions over here as he sees another Troll spawn. Feel like he's getting a little bit unlucky with these spawns. If he gets a Valkyrie here, it's absolutely huge, as we see Watchtowers coming through for Ulysses. Shadowfaxx getting closer and closer to kind of full population here as he's microing this really, really nicely, pulling his Hursa around to the back here, trying to get onto those Caraballister to take those down. It's vitally important, but those Murmillo are doing so much damage to the Hursa here. He's trying to take down the Caraballister as best as he possibly can. More Hursa coming in onto this position here as the Hero Valor, does come down, and it looks like Shadowfaxx is throwing away his units here, as Ulysses manages to claim game number 2 in relatively decisive fashion here, as Shadowfaxx just cannot make it work. I feel like Shadowfaxx made a pretty big decision to try and defend his water against Kronos. It's just not something that's possible. If you take a look at any of the other like important water maps, like take for example Mirage, if Kronos goes for the water on Mirage against Loki, Loki can Heimdall rush and just absolutely smoke the Kronos player, but Shadowfaxx doesn't go for it in this game, and Ulysses gets the advantage here, produces enough units to defend this. Shadowfaxx also doesn't go for a kind of heroic age timing here, which makes a lot more sense. But well played by Ulysses. Nonetheless, gets the dub. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.